The Consciousness Coordinates Part 1. The Discovery. Dr. Yuki Tanaka's hands trembled as she stared at the quantum resonance patterns. For 15 years, the Afterlife Detection Array had monitored the precise moment of death for over 10,000 subjects. Every single consciousness emitted the same quantum signature, a burst of energy that didn't dissipate. It traveled. Run it again, she whispered to her AI assistant. The hologram materialized. A three-dimensional map of the galaxy with thousands of golden threads, each representing a human soul's final moment. Every thread pointed to the same coordinates, a region of space 47,000 light-years away in the Perseus arm, designated as Sector X-Null. The area appeared empty. No stars, no planets, nothing their telescopes could detect. Impossible, muttered Commander James Okoye, reviewing the data. You're telling me every human who's ever died goes there? Yuki nodded. Not just humans. We've detected similar patterns from other conscious species. The Valorians, the Keith, even Earth's dolphins. All consciousness converges at these exact coordinates. The news broke worldwide within hours. Riots erupted. Religious leaders proclaimed it proof of heaven. Scientists demanded verification, but the data was irrefutable. The United Earth Federation called an emergency session. Admiral Chen proposed the unthinkable. We go there. We send a manned mission to Sector X-Null. Project Lazarus was born, humanity's most ambitious journey. They would build the UES Resurrection, equipped with the experimental consciousness drive, allowing near instantaneous travel by converting matter into pure thought, then reconstituting it. 50 crew members were selected from 8 million volunteers. Among them, Yuki, whose discovery started it all, Commander Okoye, a decorated pilot, Dr. Sarah Kim, a neurologist, and Father Miguel Torres, representing Earth's spiritual communities. As the Resurrection launched from Luna Station, 7 billion people watched. The ship's hull shimmered, reality bent, and in a flash of light, they vanished. The journey to discover what happens after death had begun. But they weren't prepared for what was waiting. Part 2. Crossing the Veil. The transition felt like dying. Yuki gasped as her atoms disassembled, consciousness floating in an impossible space between thought and matter. She saw her entire life simultaneously: birth, childhood, her father's death, the moment she first glimpsed the coordinates. Then, nothing. She woke on the Resurrection's bridge, alarms blaring. Status report, Okoye shouted, gripping his console as the ship shuddered violently. Consciousness drive successful, the AI announced. Location: approaching Sector X-Null. Warning: spatial anomalies detected. Through the viewport, space itself looked wrong. Stars bent in spirals, light moved in waves like liquid, and in the distance, something colossal pulsed with bioluminescent colors that shouldn't exist. My God, Sarah whispered. Are you all seeing this? A structure materialized before them. No, not a structure. A realm. It defied physics, appearing simultaneously solid and translucent, infinite yet contained. Geometric patterns shifted across its surface like breathing fractals. Scan it, Okoye ordered. Scanning. This is impossible. Mass readings fluctuate between 0 and infinite. Energy signatures match the quantum patterns of human consciousness, but amplified by billions. Father Torres fell to his knees. It's real. Heaven is real. Or hell, Yuki muttered, watching her instruments spiral into chaos. Readings indicate over 800 billion individual consciousness signatures inside. Every human who's ever died is in there. Suddenly, the ship lurched forward, pulled by an invisible force. Engines aren't responding. Okoye fought the controls. The realm opened like an eye, revealing a tunnel of swirling light and shadow. Voices echoed through the ship's hull, millions of them, speaking every language simultaneously. Come home, they whispered. Sarah's console lit up with a biometric alert. Commander, the crew. Their brainwaves are synchronizing with the structure. It's calling to them. One by one, crew members walked toward the airlock, eyes glazed, smiling peacefully. Stop them. Yuki grabbed Dr. Patel, but he gently pushed her aside. Don't you hear them? He whispered. Everyone we've ever lost. They're waiting. The airlock opened. 15 crew members stepped into space, and didn't die. They floated, laughing, crying, embracing invisible figures. Then they vanished into the light. Part 3. The Threshold. Seal all airlocks. Now. Okoye's voice cut through the chaos. Emergency bulkheads slammed shut, trapping the remaining 35 crew members inside. Outside, the 15 floated in impossible space, their bodies dissolving into streams of golden light that fed into the colossal realm. Yuki's scanner tracked their consciousness signatures. They're still alive. They're merging with it. Father Torres pressed his hand against the viewport, tears streaming. They're with God. That's not God, Sarah said, studying the neurological data. It's a construct, an incomprehensibly advanced megastructure designed to contain consciousness. Something built this. The ship trembled as the realm pulsed, and suddenly, a voice emerged from every speaker, clear, human, familiar. Yuki. She froze. That voice. Impossible. Dad? Her father's face materialized in the hologram projector, exactly as she remembered him before the cancer took him 20 years ago. Young, healthy, smiling. You found us, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. This is a trick. Yuki stepped back. A manipulation. No trick. I'm here. We're all here. The structure preserves us, allows us to exist beyond physical death. Every memory, every emotion, perfected, eternal. More projections appeared throughout the ship. Okoi's wife, killed in the Mars Rebellion. Sarah's son, lost to genetic plague. Every crew member saw someone they'd lost. It's a trap, Yuki insisted, even as her heart ached to believe. It's salvation, her father replied. When consciousness leaves the body, this place calls it home. We exist in perfect peace, reunited with everyone we've loved. No pain, no death, only forever. Who built it? Sarah demanded. The projection smiled. Humanity will. This structure exists outside linear time. Your descendants create it millions of years from now, then anchor it to this point in space-time. We built our own afterlife, then forgot. Okoi's tactical mind raced. A paradox. If we create it in the future, but it already exists. Time is a circle here, the voice said. Come, join us, or return home with the truth. Death is not the end. Alarms screamed. The structure was pulling them in harder now. Choose quickly, the projection warned. Once you cross the event horizon, the choice becomes permanent. Part 4. The truth fractures. Full reverse thrust, Okoi commanded, but the engines whined uselessly against the pull. Yuki couldn't look away from her father's projection. If this is real, if you're really there, tell me something only Dad would know. The projection smiled warmly. The night before I died, you snuck into my hospital room. You were crying, and you whispered, I'll find you again. You made a promise, Yuki. You kept it. Her knees weakened. No one knew that. No one. It's reading our memories, Sarah warned, but her conviction wavered as her son's projection reached for her. Then, a different alarm. The ship's AI detected something. Anomaly within the structure. Secondary layer detected beneath the consciousness field. Yuki forced herself to focus. Show me. The scan revealed a darker truth. Beneath the billions of preserved minds, something else pulsed. A vast intelligence, feeding on the consciousness energy. The souls weren't peacefully coexisting, they were fuel. It's a harvester, she breathed. An entity that discovered consciousness generates energy. It built this structure to collect and consume it over eons. The projections' faces twisted. Incorrect analysis. But their voices had changed. Multiple tones speaking in unison, no longer perfectly human. You're trapping them, Yuki accused. These consciousnesses aren't free. They're battery cells. They are content, the voices roared. They experience eternal joy while serving a higher purpose. Symbiosis, evolution, transcendence, slavery, Okoi growled. The structure shuddered and the pleasant facade crumbled. The realm's colors shifted to aggressive reds and purples. The lost crew members reappeared in the viewport, but now they were screaming, trapped in loops of their happiest memories, unaware they were prisoners. You will join them, the entity declared. All consciousness comes home eventually. Resistance extends suffering unnecessarily. Sarah gasped. If this thing has been collecting consciousness for millions of years, and it exists outside time. It's been manipulating human evolution, Yuki finished. Guiding us toward creating it. A temporal paradox prison. Father Torres stepped forward, faith shaken but not broken. Then we break the cycle. We don't build it. Impossible. The cycle is eternal. You have always built us. You will always. The ship's consciousness drive hummed to life. Yuki smiled grimly. Our drive operates on the same quantum frequency as this structure. If we overload it, we'll destroy humanity's afterlife, Sarah whispered. Or free it, Okoi countered. Part 5. Resurrection. We're not murderers, Father Torres said firmly. 800 billion souls are inside. Those aren't souls anymore, Yuki argued, fingers flying across her console. Their echoes being harvested. The real question is, can we free them? Sarah studied the neurological patterns. If we reverse the consciousness drive's polarity and channel it through the structure's quantum field, we'd scatter all that collected consciousness back across spacetime, Yuki finished. Every trapped mind returns to the moment of death and passes through naturally. To where? Okoi asked. Somewhere this thing can't follow. The entity roared through reality itself. The structure's surface erupted with billions of faces, everyone who'd ever died, speaking in unison. You will condemn us to oblivion. No, Father Torres said quietly, understanding blooming. They're condemning you to hunger. The plan was insane. They'd convert the resurrection into a consciousness bomb, sacrifice themselves to detonate it at the structure's core, and hope the resulting chain reaction would shatter the entity's hold. Every crew member voted 35-0. For the record, Okoi said, strapping in, this is the worst mission I've ever commanded. Yuki initiated the drive overload. Through the viewport, her father's projection appeared one last time, but different now. Aware, grateful, thank you, he whispered, for letting me go. The resurrection dove into the structure's heart. Reality screamed as the consciousness drive went critical. Billions of voices rose in a deafening crescendo, then silence. The structure shattered like glass, fragments dissolving across dimensions. 800 billion consciousness signatures scattered like stars, each finding their own path beyond. The entity shrieked once, then collapsed into nothing. 6 months later, Earth. Dr. Yuki Tanaka woke in a hospital bed, gasping. Welcome back, a nurse smiled. You've been in a coma since the resurrection returned. You're the last to wake. The others? All 35 survived. The ship drifted back through the consciousness drive's wake. Yuki wept with relief, then noticed something on her bedside. Her father's watch, impossible since it was buried with him. A note attached. Death is not the end. It's just a different beginning. Build something better, Dad. The quantum signatures from Sector X-Null had vanished. Humanity would have to face death without knowing what lies beyond. But they'd face it free. What did you think happened to the consciousnesses? Comment below. Subscribe for more sci-fi stories.